All right, Fangs and Infernos, we appreciate you guys. We're going to rock out one more time. We're going to have a little bit of fun here to close out our New Jersey HorrorCon experience until the next one, and there will always be a next one. So we feel that there's only one proper way to do this, and that's bring in a boss killer to lop off some heads and spill a little bit of blood. So we're going to talk to Michael Myers. Brad Loree is joining us for a little conversation. Brad, first and foremost, thank you so much for some of your time.
No problem. We're happy to do it, guys.
Absolutely. So talk a little bit, of course, with it being a horror convention, Halloween Resurrection. One of your victims, professional victims, is was not too far away in Thomas Ian Nichols. But let's talk a little bit about Halloween 8.
Well, he's the reason I came back to Edison. I was here in February, I think it was. And everybody on the cast has treated me like an equal, like an actor. I am just a stunt guy, but anyway, just a stunt guy. But anyway, but Thomas and I, he was the person I got closest to, and I was really disappointed that we lost touch. And then I got an email from Ryan saying, "Hey, Brad, do you want to come back to Edison? Because I got Thomas coming." And I said, "Sign me up." So I'm not saying he's the only reason I came back, but I don't like to do the same place even 2 years in a row, never mind in the same year. But it's been a great experience. You know, I got to meet John O'Hearley, and I make new friends at every show. And reconnecting with Thomas it's been fantastic. So it's been a really great show.
Oh, that's awesome. How does it feel for you personally, just, being involved as in the legacy of such an iconic, character in film?
Well, as I am not a horror film fan at all, but I happen to love the first two Halloween films. And when they called me into the office, I thought they were looking for a stunt double for Mike Myers, the guy that played Austin Powers. So when they said, "Oh, Brad, we're going to send you to LA to cast your head," I said, "I got to go to Los Angeles to double some Hummy actor." And at this point, I still wasn't going to take the job. I was doing it as a professional person. He says, "No. You're not going to double the guy. You're going to be the guy." And that's when I went, "Oh, this is a completely different ballgame." Yeah. And because I was working on a show for Fox called Lost Luchadors, and I was the stunt coordinator and the stunt double. It was a very lucrative job. They were coming back for a second season, and I wanted to stick there. But when they said, "You're going to play Michael Myers," the actor in me said, "You got to do this." And the rest is history, because Lost Luchadors went down in the middle of the third episode of the second season, and we've never heard from them since. And now here is 24 years later, and I'm still getting invited to come and hang out with you guys.
Absolutely.
So it's fantastic. It really is.
Absolute pleasure. And one of the other movies that you've been involved in recently is Devil and I are both fans of the Soska sisters, and you did Festival of the Living Dead.
Yes, I was the large man who has a heart attack, and I don't know if I get eaten, but I collapse on one of the girls. And the Soska sisters and I and Ken Kersinger were in a movie called Blackburn Asylum, and that didn't get a lot of press, but they're great ladies, and they're huge horror fans, of course, and it was an honor to be in their film. The end.
No,
story.
No, all good. Devil, my friend.
Well, you said before, that you're not particularly a horror fan. What were the movies that inspired you to want to do stunt work or that kind of stuff? What got you into wanting to do that kind of work?
Well, when I was 13, I fell in love with Bruce Lee for the second time in my life. I loved him when I was 6 years old when he was Kato.
Yeah.
Got a phone on the floor over there. Anyway, so when I got into Bruce Lee, I joined the local karate school. The instructor at that time, this is June 1974, was a green belt named Tony Morelli, and he went on to be the World Karate Association Cruiserweight Kickboxing Champion. And because I was his protege, he dragged me along, and then he got into doing stand-in work and film work, and then the stunt guys took him aside and said, "Hey, we want you in our group." And he just dragged me along, and one day Ken Kersinger said to me, "Brad, get a picture and a headshot and a resume, and I'll take you around and introduce you to everybody you need to know." And he did. And because my love was always in acting. But I didn't have a lot of confidence, and my connections were with Tony and Ken. So I don't want to say I took the easy road, but I love it. I got to be in movies and everything. But I had always, since I was 6 years old, wanted to be an actor. So I still get starstruck, even around guys like Lockman, who I used to play hockey with, and Thomas, but anyway. So that's how I got into stunts. And I don't get me wrong, I have the great deal of respect for my stunt brethren, but I think they're all crazy. because I wanted to ride the horse to the mark, get off, and kiss the girl. They all want to get shot off the horse at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Really? You're crazy. Anyway.
I mean, that's what's great about it, because you talk about, these stunt guys that have kind of portrayed or were known as stunt guys, but then started becoming more leading men, like Ken Hodder, and that kind of stuff, where they started doing that. Is that something like you said, you were wanting to do with that? Is that something that you kind of still pursuing as far as as doing these kind of movies, like with you being with the Soska sisters?
Well, I'm too beat up to do the hardcore stunts anymore. Yeah. And I one time I was the one of the number one stunt actors. Instead of hiring an actor who only has 3 lines and then he gets shot and goes down the stairs, you hire a stunt guy who can say those 3 lines. He makes more money than he normally would, and production saves more money than they normally would. So now that I'm 65, I would much rather do more acting than stunting, but I do belong to the prestigious stunt group Stunts Canada back in Vancouver, and a lot of the young coordinators are guys that I helped on the way up, I guess. I don't necessarily remember, but they've been very kind and very, very generous to me. And unfortunately, I've gained all this weight, so I need to knock a few pounds off and hopefully get back on the set one day. Because my first stunt was 1984, so last year was marked by 40 years in the business. So anyway, I'm not dead yet, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And kind of like a fun movie that you were involved in, especially with, his continued just ascension into the stratosphere, is being involved in Tooth Fairy with The Rock.
Yeah. I was in a crowd in the hockey arena and someone got hit and they broke through the glass, as best I remember. But yeah, I'm very disappointed I didn't get to work on Walking Tall, because that was shot in Vancouver. But the coordinator was a guy who was a neighbor and a teammate, but because he was in one group and I was in the other, he needed big guys to do fight scenes with Dwayne, but he didn't hire me.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, me and Mrs. Vamp were just watching that movie the other night, too. I didn't realize it was shot in Vancouver.
Yeah, it was, and I really like Dwayne. I really like Neil. I wish I'd have gotten to work on that film. Anyway, next time.
No, absolutely. And also horror movies and comics go very, very hand in hand as well, and you were involved in Watchmen.
Yes, I got to be one of the motorcycle cops in the Kennedy assassination flashback, and I was also one of the cops that tackled Potato Sack Head, or whatever the guy's name was. And when the cigar guy punched through the wall, the fist that came through the wall, that was me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Just Hulk smash.
Yeah. Only took 17 takes.
Surprised you still. Man, I feel like I wouldn't have a fist left after 17 takes.
Well, it was styrofoam.
Oh, no, of course. It's just so
would
much.
Would have killed an ordinary man.
Yeah, but not Brad Loree.
No, sir.
Absolutely.
No, sir.
Devil, my friend.
I mean, yeah, talking about, when we go back to the Halloween and stuff like that, what are your feelings? I mean, obviously, you're in that, and we love it. We're a Halloween fan, but with people sometimes going back to talk about, maybe not being the greatest not Michael Myers, but the greatest Halloween movie, but still being able to say that you've done a Michael Myers film. What's your feeling with working with some of these actors, working with Jamie Lee, working with Busta Rhymes? What do you say about saying, hey, I don't care what the movie looks like or how you feel about it, I got to do something that I felt passionate about doing?
Well, I'm very proud that I was in the original series of films.
Yeah.
And discounting 3, of course. And I know that people did not like the film when it first came out for a myriad of reasons. But today, all these little kids that saw Resurrection as their first Halloween in the theater have grown up. They're coming to conventions. And I hear far more often that it's my favorite Halloween. You're my favorite Michael. I hear that a lot more than people disparaging. I mean, just recently I saw an advertisement for a new figure that was going to, quite possibly the worst sequel to Halloween ever, comes out with a new figure, something to that effect. But you know what? That opinion is going by the wayside.
Yeah.
Dick Warlock, who I've called Uncle Dick since I met him back in 2003, he actually said in an interview that he thought I was the best Michael Myers ever because of what I did with my eyes. I wanted Michael's eyes to look dead like a shark's.
Yeah.
because I liken him as a land shark. You know, shark swimming kill. He walks and kills. So whenever we had a medium or a close-up shot, I would cross my eyes and try to take the focus out of them. And somehow he noticed that, and you know, I mean, I don't agree with him because I think because Nick Castle is Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
End of story.
Yeah, exactly.
But and Dick is my second favorite Michael. But in answer to your question, I'm just really proud that I got to be part of the original eight.
Yeah, real quick, Devil, because that's actually really cool to hear, though, that they are putting out these figures and these things for Halloween Resurrection. Because one of the things that myself, Devil, and Mrs. Vamp notice a lot when we go out is this explosion in Halloween 2, like memorabilia and merchandise with the bleeding eyes, as opposed to like, you know, Halloween or, you know, stuff involving, you know, Jamie, who of course we all love Danielle. But there has been such an explosion in the Halloween 2 specific merchandise that it's pretty cool to hear that they're now adding in things like Halloween Resurrection. Like you've got the masks with the tag on them right here, you know, for your movie.
Well, Nico, these guys they're coming out with a Resurrection figure next year, apparently. Right now, this year they're doing H2O. Resurrection's supposedly coming out next year. But getting back to number 2, you know, when you go to these conventions, I don't know whose line is longer, Nick's or Dick's, because people love Dick Warlock. Like I said, it's of any genre, it's probably the best sequel. If it wasn't for the first Halloween, number 2 could easily have been the original film.
Sure.
Yeah. People would still been crazy about it, you know.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing, too, about the kind of like what happened to Halloween 3, of which Devil and I are both big fans of that movie. And then again, now it's much more common knowledge, but like you kind of had to be in the know back then to understand that it was originally planned to be 5 different movies, an anthology series, but the sudden success of the first one is what spawned the sequel to Halloween 2, and Halloween 3 was never going to have Michael, even though they put him on the TV, which won me a playful bet with my wife. And because
Dick Warlock was in Halloween 3, too.
Yeah, that he was. Yep.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the villain.
Yeah, he was the movie.
Okay, if you guys are fans of Halloween 3, how many of you read Tommy Lee Wallace's book?
I have it.
Yep.
Do you have it?
Yep.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I want to buy it, but it's $80 on Amazon.
Yeah, my girlfriend got it for me for Christmas.
I'm going to bring it
Halloween
to.
3
Did
guys.
she? Oh, God bless her.
Yep.
Because I'm getting a copy for Halloween 50.
Oh,
I want Tommy to sign that when I see him next. I don't know if there's a hard. Is there a hardcover?
I'm not sure. I have the soft. I have the soft one.
Yeah.
We're
I want to
both-
read it.
We're
I'm
both
curious.
hardcover fans, too.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to keep something as a keepsake and a souvenir, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I want to get the book for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Devil? We're doing good?
Well, I mean, anything else that you can talk about with that if you're working on in 2025 or 2026 that you can, other than those NDA movies.
Yeah, this popular, we've been hearing a lot about this popular movie called NDA that everybody seems to be
I don't
starring
have a
in.
clue what you're talking about.
No, it's a riff on the non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha,
everybody's
gotcha.
in
Oh,
those
gotcha.
movies.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have a friend that is a writer and a producer. She's writing a vertical right now. You know, these 15, 20-minute films, but she wants me to be in it. So I got to talk to her when I get home. But yeah, no, I'm just, the convention world is my life now. Until I get myself back into shape, and that may or may not happen. Because right now my hips and my back are in really bad shape, and it's really hard to get motivated to go for a walk. Sure. I'm going to try and go swimming when I get home, but even riding my bicycle to the pool hurts. Like everything hurts, and you can't get proper pain meds anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be a wimp, but you get tired of being in pain all the time.
Yeah.
Especially when you're flying. That's the worst.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. But Brad, thank you so much, brother. It's an absolute pleasure to see you again, and thank you for giving us a little bit of your time.
Oh, listen, guys, I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Absolutely.
God bless you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, Fangs and Infernos. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting New Jersey HorrorCon, supporting Ryan, and again, supporting Brad. It's absolutely fantastic. He's a member of the family. We love him to death. But again, he's Devil, I'm Vampire, but more importantly than that, he is Brad Loree. We will see you guys real soon. Take care, be good. We're signing off from New Jersey HorrorCon.
Thanks, guys. God bless.
Fangs out.